Hey everyone, this week we're going to wrap up this series on kind of a journey from survival to thriving and how we really do that. We've talked about grief and lament. We've talked about creating space to rest with God. We've talked a little bit in recent weeks about the power of really great questions. And I have one more simple question this week that helps us avoid a very common pitfall in this journey from surviving to thriving. It's this. Here's the question. What of my expectation and vision for what's ahead is about making God known? One of the tempting things in a survival season, and it makes sense that we would lean into our own preferences, our own desires, our own survival, our own needs. We get very quickly and understandably focused on ourselves. But if we're really going to step out of that and into a life of thriving, all of us who follow Jesus, who've experienced his presence, we know that a life lived in his name, for his glory, for his purpose is always the highest calling. And God, in the midst of living that kind of life, takes care of our thriving. He meets our needs. He is that good shepherd described in Psalm 23. He is the one that's always with us, like we hear from Jesus in Matthew 28. And so as you think about this journey, as you step into, maybe you're a family stepping into the school year, maybe you're a business finding your way through the different expectations and probably upcoming changes in regard to COVID, all of these things, a determining question that we can't settle for less than is, how is this vision and future about God's glory, about his fame, about people knowing him and experiencing him more? It's a great question to ask with our kids as they step into school. Why might God have placed me with this teacher or in this class? How can I be a positive influence on digital education or the Zoom class that they're a part of, the activities they get to participate in as the weather starts to cool down? What's God's vision and desire for our family's engagement or our engagement with our neighbors in our neighborhoods, the people who live right around us, as we've been talking about this spring? As we go forward, one of the tendencies in a survival season is to become self-focused, and we will never exit that. We will never exit just an existence of survival until our vision and desire, the outcome of a season of our life, really becomes God-focused and not just us-focused. In fact, just one little bonus add-on, unless that vision requires the partnership of other people, it's probably not yet God-sized. And so those are the questions. How is your vision and expectation of this fall about God's fame, glory, people knowing him and coming alive in him? And who has God brought alongside, who you are going to need their help and the Spirit alive in them to accomplish it? I would love for you to prayerfully consider that. Maybe pray for others by jumping into the comments and just typing a prayer for all of us there. Or if you have a vision that you would want to share, your desire for God to be known this fall, this season, and whatever's ahead for you, a new job, new school year, whatever that might be, to just encourage us by helping us know, yeah, there are people with God-sized visions for this fall. I hope we can encourage one another and spur one another on. I know that we're praying for you, love you, and we'll see you soon.